Hello and welcome to the AI with Arun Show. In this episode, we're going to talk about a fascinating and potentially game changing event in the tech world. Perplexity's surprising 34.5 billion bid for Google's Chrome browser. This is not just a business transaction, it's a bold move on a global chessboard with implications for antitrust law, the future of AI, and how we all find information online. To understand why this is happening, we need to go back to August 2024. A federal judge named Amit Mehta ruled that Google had illegally monopolized the search market. The core of the issue was Google's use of exclusive distribution agreements. Essentially, Google paid huge sums of money to other companies to be the default search engine. For example, they pay Apple over $20 billion every year just to be the default search on Safari. This practice effectively locked out competitors and cemented Google's dominance. The Department of Justice, or DOJ, argued that Chrome itself is a critical search access point, routing over 30% of all search queries and providing Google with a gold mine of user data for targeted advertising. As a result of the ruling, the government proposed a final judgment that would require Google to swiftly and completely divest Chrome to a court approved buyer. This is where Perplexity enters the story. Perplexity is not a traditional search engine. It was founded in 2022 by a team of former researchers from some of the biggest names in AI: OpenAI, Google Brain, and DeepMind. Perplexity calls itself an answer engine. Instead of giving you a list of links, it uses AI to provide direct, cited answers to your questions. It's fundamentally different way of interacting with the web, and it's been incredibly successful, with its valuation skyrocketing from 520 million to 18 billion in just 18 months. Now, Perplexity is making a very public and audacious bid to buy Chrome from Google for $34.5 billion. Some numbers. As you can see from this chart, Perplexity's current valuation is 18 billion. They're offering 34.5 billion for Chrome. The estimated value of Chrome itself is about 35 billion. But some analysts believe that it could be worth over $1 trillion because of its role in Google's overall dominance. The Perplexity's bid is happening in a time of huge change in how we use the internet. Perplexity's bid is happening at a time of huge change in how we use the internet. We're moving from a traditional browsing model where we manually click through multiple websites to find information to a new AI native experience. The new model uses conversational interfaces and AI to give us direct answers and perform automated actions. An industry analyst, Alan Jamin, put it perfectly. Control over the browser is becoming one of the most valuable frontiers in the AI era. Whosoever owns the gateway to the web holds immense influence over how information is accessed, prioritized, and trusted. This is a revolution, and Perplexity wants to be at the forefront. And Perplexity isn't the only one in the space. OpenAI is also reportedly working on its own AI-powered browser. Microsoft has already launched Copilot mode in its Edge browser to offer simplified navigation and AI-assisted browsing. Other players like Arc, Opera, and Brave are also developing their own AI-enhanced browsing experiences. The race is on to define the future of the web. So why is Chrome so valuable? First, it has incredible market dominance, controlling about 65 to 68% of the global browser market. Second, it provides Google with unparalleled data on user behavior, which is essential for the business. And third, this data feeds directly into Google's over 200 billion annual advertising revenue engine. A Forbes analysis even suggests that when you consider its foundational role in Google's business, Chrome could be worth over $1 trillion. Despite the bold bet, there's a lot of skepticism in the market. Baird analysis called the offer an extreme low ball that any serious buyer would need to exceed. Another critic, Adam, CEO of Chamber of Progress, said that Perplexity appears to be selling headlines, not buying browsers. The odds of the acquisition actually happening on prediction markets like Polymarket dropped from 35% to just 2% shortly after the news broke. Furthermore, several Perplexity investors told reporters they hadn't even been contacted about funding such a massive acquisition, which raises questions about the company's financial commitments. Now, beyond the financial skepticism, there are also massive technical hurdles. Chrome is not a standalone product. It's deeply integrated into Google's entire infrastructure. It relies on Google's safe browsing service for malware protection and Google's update servers for security patches. Perplexity is a much smaller company serving about 30 million monthly users, while Chrome is used by 3.5 billion people. Managing a browser on that scale requires global content delivery networks, round the clock security monitoring, and 24 by 7 support, resources that Perplexity simply does not have right now. So, if it is unlikely to succeed, why is Perplexity making this bet? It's all about strategic maneuvering. By making this bet, Perplexity has positioned itself as a serious player, a credible alternative should regulators force Google to divest Chrome. The bid also generated an enormous amount of media attention for the company and its own upcoming AI browser Comet. Ultimately, the success of this move will depend less on actually acquiring Chrome and more on the attention and credibility Perplexity gained. The companies that can successfully combine distribution with AI will be the dominant platforms of the next decade, and Perplexity has just made it clear its intent. So, with that, we come to the end of the show. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and support our work by joining us as a member.